Prescott looks to throw right away. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing the tone for this one.
Prescott down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Play fake. It's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Giants are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. 20, down to the 10. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Dart.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
and the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Gano for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
the touchdown here to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Looking to throw, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. This is hurled on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Second down and 3. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
This will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, he's got man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. They'll throw again, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Prescott on 4th down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's 2nd and 10. Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing his dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
13-yard line.
The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Tracy. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. 60.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now they'll shift things around.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 27-yard line.
I see through your eyes.
Sampson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Banks. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got it out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Prescott. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Young Waku set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd and 5. Now Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A nice return that time of about 15 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good for our Cowboys. 1st down.
Now Dak, who wants to change the play.
31-yard line.
On the carry, it's Hood. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run here with Hood. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Prescott now from the 50. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Prescott now. His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now Hood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me,
it's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Dart going to look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Dart from the gun on third down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick six. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that. And let's face it, when you throw a pick six, it's demoralizing. But when you look up at the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you got to put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hold it ready.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Rocco Reedy.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They followed up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
You need to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now off to the races down the right side. The race is on. Touchdown, Cowboys.
from tying this game here in the fourth.
Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Wandale Robinson, 60 yards. And the Giants strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead.
27,
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Prescott from the gun. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Abdul Carter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
brings up 2nd and 12.
They run again with Hood. And he'll get this down over to about the 46.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
That's complete to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Nike, 18.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. That time on the run pass option, when he decided to throw it, not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college, because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
On the give, it's Tracy. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Right back to Tracy. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Dak. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked. That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
60 Vikings.
Milton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down. That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Milton. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms here going over the middle. 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Throwing is Milton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. And this one too low.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Let's go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it was strictly for pride.
It's a gain of 11.